Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the Final Cut. Got some indie psychological thriller going on for you today in the form of Sensation. Just came out. It's that fresh, folks. And here we have a story of Andrew Cooper, who was looking to find out more about his ancestry, namely his father, through a DNA study. He had a sample of his DNA and they did the study. Well, they found a bit of anomaly in his DNA that it turns out he has the ability to have heightened senses. So, not all of his senses are, but some of them that allow him to process so much information really fast. He gets like Matrix like abilities in this film, fast dodging and, can hear things. A couple of different interesting powers, if you will. Well, the doctor, Dr. Daniel Marinus, wants to protect Andrew because he says there's people out there that would want to take advantage of Andrew's powers for nefarious purposes. So he has Andrew go out to this remote mansion where there's others like him. Yes, kind of a la Professor X. And they're out there studying, learning how which sensations they have that are very heightened and how to control them and use them to help protect themselves from those nefarious people that want to kidnap them. But as you imagine things go along, not everything is as it seems. The line between reality and fantasy blur, and Andrew really tries to figure out what he's seeing is real and what is just made up in his mind, being forced upon him by others with special sensations. This is from Great Britain, and it's a little bit of a slow burn, but I enjoyed this film. I liked the story. I found it an interesting twist to the normal, hey, people have powers thing, and instead they're talking about the senses and how that plays out. There's some really cool gimmicks that they do in here that feel a little bit inspired by like Inception and such like that, but not in a bad way. I liked that. I liked those influences in here, but it's definitely its own story. The group of characters that they have that Andrew meets are interesting, especially the Andrew character, though. He's played by Eugene Simon, and we might remember him from Game of Thrones, Lance Lannister. Well, in here, he really helps sell this idea of a guy who's confused about what he's actually seeing and, what is truth and what are lies and all that wonderful emotional baggage that he develops as this film goes along. I really liked how that played out, and they do this interesting thing with his mom as well. I liked that. It kind of gave you a hit home a little bit and give the character a little bit more depth. Now, Emily Wyatt plays Nadia, and we saw her in Sacrilege and loved her character. She was badass. Actually, both of the big female leads in this, also Jennifer Martin playing May, loved the dynamic between these characters, loved their performances. They were interesting, and they were badass as well, and sometimes kind of scary. So great things you want from characters like this. Now, a lot of your characters are in their gray area, including the Doctor, who's played wonderfully by Alistair G. Cumming. So you're not quite sure where they stand, and that's where Andrew is. So putting the audience in with that really makes that connection, and you feel like you're right there and you're going, well, what's going on, good or bad? I'm not quite sure. And let me tell you, they do explain things, which I was happy about. I don't need everything explained in handheld, but I do enjoy the reveal that they give here of what exactly is going on with Andrew, and I think it'll be a surprise for many out there. It was a bit of surprise for me, and I was happy where they went with it. Didn't quite see all the elements coming, maybe a couple of them, but overall, this is definitely worth a rental, I think, on VOD. Sensation is out now. Please check it out on your video on demand channels. It's just one of those things where it's just a little bit different, a little bit variation on the people with powers angle, and it's well crafted and well shot, and I think there's a lot of enjoyment to be had here. So there you have it, folks. If you do check out Sensation, please let me know. Love to hear your comments down below. Love hearing constructive thoughts from folks on what they think of these films that we talk about here. Check out our Patreon if you haven't already. Some great stuff there, and we're going to be adding some more stuff soon. I thank you for your support. Please subscribe and thumbs up and all that here. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.